Hi everyone, Katie Murray here. I want to wish everyone an early happy 4th of July. Today I want to talk about our hot-tempered people. I happen to be a reformed hot-tempered person. Last week we talked about mutes, and to me, I think a mute is just as bad as having a hot temper because when you're a mute, you don't know how to communicate. But today we're talking about having hot tempers. Now, when you have a hot temper, don't act like you don't know where the triggers are, because you do. Don't act like you can't control yourself, because you can. But we need to learn how to stop blowing our gaskets, because we're going to end up losing relationships. We're going to end up pushing our loved ones away. And if it's on people we don't know, people are going to look at us like we're insane. And we don't want that. I mean, I already look insane, people, and that's just not like when I have my temper, okay, it's just me, like normal. People are like, is she crazy? Which I am. No, okay, I'm trying to be funny. But usually when a person loses their temper, like I said, you feel like this hotness come over them. And I'm serious, like me, my ears would get hot, my throat gets tight. And believe me, like I said, I'm reformed. But I still hear like all the things I want to say in my head. And I feel guilty about it because my mother, is still like always right here, like, don't do it, don't say it. And that's what stops me from like erupting, because I think to myself, if I say this, it's going to make this person feel terrible. I'm not going to be able to take back what comes out of my mouth, because I know my tongue is my number one weapon. And once you say it, you can never take it back. Like, you can never, to this day, I feel terrible about what I had said all the way back to when I was in high school, my junior year, to this girl, Jessica. We were fighting over this guy. He was trying to make me jealous with her. And she came up to me in the locker room area, and she actually was going to be nice to me about it. And the things I said, I can't even tell you. It was just horrible, horrible. And like I said, I'm like an old hag now. I still think about it. And the regret. And we made peace like immediately. She called me up she called me, by the way. She called me, makes it even worse, that night to like apologize. And like I said, I still feel guilt. And we've like talked many times since then. Okay? I mean, we've like kept our communication since then. But I feel horrible. So you don't want to do something, whether it's physical or verbally, and not be able to take it back, because the guilt is worse, honestly, than anything. It's horrible, people. So just try so hard not to just let it go, really. I mean, because like I said, I always have my mother right here saying, don't do it, don't do it. But like I said, the thoughts, I still have them. I still can think, like when someone pushes those buttons, it's right there. I'd say this, I'd say that, I'd do this. And I feel guilty even for that. That's something I'm trying to work on. Just not even having the thoughts. And I think that's going to take me still a long time. But nobody's perfect. And that just goes to show that nobody in this world is perfect but God. And we're a work in progress, so keep going. And if you mess up, it's okay. Just get back up and keep going, and I don't know. I look at my mother though, and she actually aggravates me sometimes, because I'll say to her, come on, please say one bad thing about somebody or something, or just think it. Do you ever think it? And I'm telling you, she doesn't. And it's like the closest I've ever come to a walking saint. It drives me insane. And even sometimes when she has a right to think or say something, she doesn't. And then she'll come back at me and say, you don't know, they could be having a bad day, or something could be going wrong. And I mean, and she's right. And that's why I always say to you don't know what's going on the other side with these people. So that's why I always try to spread her wisdom onto you, because it has worked with me. Oh my gosh. But like I said, look for the triggers. And when you feel it and you see it, just get yourself out and away. If you're at a function and there's somebody there who is just going to push your buttons, try to stay away from them, If you actually need to physically leave, then go. It's not worth it. It really isn't. And, the other thing too is, as far as being louder, and you think that if you're louder, you're going to be heard, people just shut down and they shut you out. I don't get that when people think like I'm going to shout, and they're going to hear me. They're not. They're not going to hear you. I was never that type of person where I got loud to be heard. I'm a I'm a loud talker though. I talk loud. I'm very loud. I have a loud voice. So that's different. And actually, sometimes people do think that I'm like maybe shouting, but I'm a loud talker. But I have an excuse. Like I have somebody in my life who is hard of hearing. I have two people, and so I like talk loud. So well, it's really no excuse because I've been like this all my life and I talk loud to everybody, but I'm being funny. I'm trying to find a way. I can't wiggle my way out of everything. I'm an excuse maker too. But anyway, nobody's perfect, see? But I tell you guys, see, I'm open and honest. You got to be honest. You got to just embrace all your warts. But no, really, let's work on it. Like I said, we got to do it. No one's perfect. See, I tell you guys everything. It's, you know what it is? It's like vomiting out of your mouth. And once you do it, you feel better. But anyway, like I said, let's work on these tempers. Come on. We don't want to lose loved ones. I'm related to somebody that they have a temper, and every time they lose that temper, they apologize right away. Big heart. But as soon as, they do it, they regret and they feel sick about it. But after a while, people are like, I'm sick of it. How many times? And, and how many times do we have to say, it's all right, and forgive? Don't lose relationships, people. Don't do it. Let's work on this together, okay? And let's try to keep going, make progress, okay? So I hope everyone's doing well. I hope I made you giggle, all right? Oh, one more thing. Bullying. Okay, and just because someone is loud and has a temper doesn't mean they're a bully. I hate the term bully. Okay, when it's used too much, it starts to become, like diluted down, watered down. Okay, know what a true bully is. All right, like when I was a kid, I went after the bully. So I was like the bully, exterminator. A bully, for instance, you have one person and you have a group around that one person. So that one person is going to end up being bullied. That's really what a bully is. When you have someone that is going to get picked on by a bigger kid, or if you have someone that can't handle themselves because they have some kind of handicap in life, whatever it is, and then they're going to get bullied by a person because of that handicap. That's being bullied. Realize what the term bully really means. Because if you keep saying like, oh, I'm being bullied, are you? You know what I'm saying? Because after a while, it's like, crying wolf. When I went to school, we knew what the word bully meant. And we went after the people that were the bullies. And we took care of it. So I guess, like I said, that we were the bullies. So I'm kind of tying that into hot tempers because that made me have the hot temper, And now I'll tell you, I got away with it though. Like my mom wouldn't get mad at me for that because I was protecting, the underdog. So, but I wanted to bring that up today because I've been hearing a lot of the term bully and a lot of people saying that they're being bullied or, because someone said, called them a name or said something to them. That's not really, it's not really cool in my book. I don't really like that. Because like I said, I saw a lot of bullying when I was a kid. And, when you're like trying to walk down a hallway and all of a sudden 10 kids appear, that's like when you have true fear in your heart and oh my gosh, I'm outnumbered. That's being bullied. Not, Tommy, is picking on me and called me this name. Come on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I hope that you people aren't like, going to try and tell me like I'm wrong here, but it's just, I know times are different, but we don't want the word getting watered down. All right. Anyway. I hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're having a great week. Summer is here. People are already complaining about the warm weather, and I'm thinking to myself, enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's summer. Everyone was saying it was so cold not too long ago. All right. I will see you all next Wednesday. And until then, what are we going to do? Spread lots of seeds of joy and happiness all around. Bye-bye.